the Ethiopian Swahili community. It's my first time to come to here to see all of you except my friend around there. So one, what is Ethiopian Swahili community? And how can we talk about Agenda 63 in this condition that we are in Africa now? I was hoping you guys are going to be talking about agenda tomorrow. You guys listen to me? I think if we want to talk about Agenda 63, first let's talk about agenda tomorrow. Because a lot of us, we are even hungry, we don't even have food. So how do we talk about 63 if we can't even make it for today? That's the question we should be asking. Someone mentioned about culture. It's you. Another one mentioned the unity of Africa. Another one mentioned African integration. I don't remember who said that. Another one mentioned about silencing the guns. All those are not going to be accomplished until when Africa is united. When I talk about Pan-Africa, when I talk about the unity of Africa or African nationalists, I'm not talking about the African Union. I'm talking about one Africa. That's the only solution to silence the guns. One United States of Africa. That's what the meaning of African nationalists or Pan-Africa. African Union is the unity, is the divided union. They are not united. That's why we still have Comoros. That's why we still have Togo, Gambia, Botswana, Namibia. We are not united. So we need one single united Africa. That will end the guns, because the conflict between people in Nigeria is sometimes based on ethnics or government. The conflict in the Congo DRC or South Sudan is most of the time based on either government, local government, and ethnics. We know that here in Ethiopia too. So the only solution to that is what? United States of Africa, as His Excellency Kwame Nkrumah wants it. Now, how can we reach to the United States of Africa? One, we must have one common language. It's even a shame for me to be sitting here talking to my fellow Africans in a non-African language. How does people, anyone from Comoros here, anyone from Mozambique here, Msumbiji, no one? Because we don't have any. Those are Portuguese colonized. They don't speak this kind of English we are speaking. And some maybe from French colonized and so on. So we must have one unified language to describe our problems in Africa, in African language. Language is everything. Language is your identity. If I say my name is Smith, you absolutely know that this is Scottish or some kind of British name. If I say my name is Hayu, anyone who is Hayu here? You automatically know this is Ethiopia, okay? So we must have a language. That's why we are here. We do teach Swahili in Ethiopia. If you want to learn Swahili, we do advocate Swahili in Ethiopia. We want the Ethiopian government to teach Swahili from primary school to universities. Kenya did in 1975, Tanzania did in 1952, South Africa did in 2019, Botswana did and Namibia in 2020, Rwanda did in 2009 and Burundi, South Sudan did in 2015. So how come Ethiopia is doing nothing in order to communicate with the rest of Africans. You, young people, how do you think you're going to be able to talk to people in Angola? Can you tell me how you're going to do that? Nobody speaks English there. Nobody speaks some kind of local language we have here. How do you do that? How can you talk to people in Madagascar if you don't speak the colonial language? How can you talk to Ethiopians? Because trust me on this. What I'm saying now, I know Ethiopian who can listen to this and understand what I'm saying in this English. Possibly around maybe 30, there is no research done. 30 to 35% people can speak good understanding English. So the question of language is the key to the future of Africa. The agenda, if it's Agenda 63, if it's Agenda Tomorrow, it has to include the way of communication. We cannot accomplish African continental free trade area without African language. That is not going to work. How can you trade with people that you cannot communicate with? How can you buy a t-shirt or even injera? You don't even know how to say how much is a sentinel. You don't know. So that is the importance of the Ethiopian Swahili community. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Those who are interested to see the best, strong, power Africa